How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Good to see you.
I've seen you more than I see some of my friends, and that's great.
It's been a busy month or two.
So I like putting on Twitter that I'm going to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I get fun questions, and I got one for you.
Okay.
So here we go. For Jamie, this is from Once Upon a Dornan, the person. That's their handle.
Wonder who they're a fan of.
For Jamie, he said in an interview that he loves the animated version of Robin Hood and had a crush on Maid Marian the Fox. Mm-hmm. Was this the real motivation as to why you took the movie?
The only motivation, yeah. No, but it is cool because I do love that, and I definitely do have a crush on Maid Marian the Fox in the Disney animation version. But, you know, it's very cool. I mean, there's obviously so many other reasons I want to do it, but it is cool to, not just that, and Prince of Thieves and Ridley Scott's version and even the Errol Flynn ones. I have always loved this story, and I remember how excited I was to go and see Prince of Thieves when I was 11 years old, and I remember that like it was yesterday, that trip to the cinema. I remember the car journey there. I just remember everything about it, and to be involved in something and hopefully some kids somewhere, you know, have a similar kind of excitement to see it and be involved in that. That's a very cool thing.
One of the things about this version is that almost everything's flipped on its head.
Yes.
And the thing, I think my favorite part is that the sheriff is not interested romantically in Marian. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just completely different.
Sure.
Can you talk about that aspect of the film?
Yeah, I mean, I think we wanted it to feel like nothing you've seen before depicted with a Robin Hood story, and mess a little bit with our idea of what we think it's going to be, you know. And I guess that the love triangle then is different to what we know with past Robin Hoods, and it becomes about my character Will Tillman and Robin and Marian, which just adds a whole different sort of dynamic to it. And obviously what happens within that love triangle has a big effect on the journey that my character goes through, and he's sort of unrecognisable at the end of the film from when we see him at the start, and that was, without giving too much away, that was the thing that excited me most about this journey.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'd like to talk about that would get a beep with a spoiler warning.
Right, yes.
And so I'll just say that at another point, we will follow up on what I would like to talk about.
Okay, I hope so, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would imagine that making this, one of the things I also took away was I couldn't believe how many extras were in the mines.
Yes.
Like, I couldn't believe the scale of what you guys were doing. Because, you know, it's hard to get that many extras in a movie.
No, sure.
So what was it like filming when you have, like, hundreds of people there?
Well, I've never experienced anything like that. I've never been on a set so sort of grandiose in its scale and the amount of people involved and the amount of effects happening in the fire and the horses galloping through. It was like lunacy at times, and but it's very exciting. You know, it adds a real sort of palpable sense of excitement to what we're doing. You know, and we shot it in Budapest in Hungary, where they have a huge industry there now. They're shooting massive movies there. Red Sparrow was being shot while we were there. So I think there's a great infrastructure for all that, and they have so many extras and great crews, and yeah, it was a cool experience.
I'm playing something with a lot of people, and today you're going to play called Get to Know Your Robin Hood cast member. I swear they're harmless questions.
Okay.
What TV show would you love to guest spot on?
It doesn't exist anymore, but I would have said the Golden Girls. I love the Golden Girls.
It wasn't the answer I was expecting, but it's,
no, I probably should say something a bit better.
Right, how did you...
Bloodline?
Sure, but let's go backwards. Where did you first discover your love of the Golden Girls?
Listen, that was just a staple on TV growing up where I came from. I was actually a member of the Estelle Getty fan club. Legit, no lies.
Right, for real?
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Okay. Again, there's so many follow-ups to that, but let's move on to what's your favorite sci-fi or fantasy film?
Space Odyssey, probably. That one, yeah.
Is there anything that you collect?
No, I did get when I was a kid. I got a stamp collection passed on to me from my father, and I think he was disappointed at how little I added to it. So no, I don't collect anything. No, true. I used to collect hotel keys.
Okay.
I would never give my hotel key back. And in my rucksack, when I travelled a lot in my 20s, I just had like a load of like hotel keys.
Did you label like where the keys were? If it was like
no, it wasn't as organised as that. They're all just like loose, hanging around and I just threw them all out one day. I recycled them. Sorry.
I don't think he recycled them.
I definitely did.
Do you own any movie or TV show props?
Oh, I don't know. No, I don't. I've got a couple of, like the back of my chair with my name on them in a cupboard somewhere, I think, but nothing.
You haven't thought about like because there's some cool costumes in this movie.
I know. I really wanted to take one jacket in particular, one coat that Will wears, but I bottled it and just didn't take it or didn't ask.
Background photo on your phone.
Oh, it's my family, my kids. I was about to show you, but that would be weird. But yeah, it's us on holiday in France, and I have my youngest on my shoulders, and my wife's carrying the other one.
What film scared you as a kid?
Oh, I saw The Exorcist way younger than I was meant to. You could get it at the petrol station, the gas station, whatever, at the top of our road. They had like a bargain bucket, and this was years after it came out, and I was with an older friend, and they bought it, and we watched it, and I shouldn't have watched it.
Is there a TV show that you've watched all the way through more than once, besides The Golden Girls?
All the way through more than once. Yeah, Band of Brothers. I did that twice. I am in the process of debating whether to start Sopranos again, just because it was that good, and I haven't been as affected by television as I have by The Sopranos, so I might just give that another.
But this is probably my last question. I'm always curious how people got involved in the entertainment industry. And at a young age, was there something that you saw, a performance or movie, that said, oh my God, I want to do this?
No, I wanted to be involved in sport, to be honest, right up until I was about 20 probably. So no, I'd always done drama and stuff at school and outside of it, but never. It's one thing to love the idea of doing it, and it's another thing to be mad enough to think you could get paid to do it. I still think it's a bit mad, but obviously it's, I'm doing it. But it's no. I mean, my dad was a massive Steve Martin fan, so I mean that I remember the first time I saw The Jerk, probably going like, that would be cool, but then not thinking I could actually. I'm not saying I'm Steve Martin in The Jerk, but like,
This interview's gone off the rails in 6 different ways.
Well.
So people are going to take the headline, thinks he's as good as Steve Martin.
Yeah, please don't make that happen.
I'm joking. Congrats on the movie.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving me your time.
Thanks, dude.